The device sitting under your TV right now is a lie. Most people think they bought a streaming box. They think they paid $130 to watch Netflix and Disney+. But if that's all you're doing, you've essentially bought a Ferrari just to drive it to the mailbox and back. There is a hidden world inside the Apple TV 4K, a world of professional-grade calibration, secret networking protocols, and an ecosystem so deep it makes the competition look like toys from a cereal box. Today, we aren't just doing a review. We are peeling back the layers of why the tech elite refuse to use anything else, and why 2026 is the year the Apple TV finally kills the smart TV interface forever. Welcome to my channel Tech Launch. Subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for the new tech updates. Most people don't realize that the smart in their smart TV is actually a Trojan horse. Samsung, LG, Vizio, they aren't selling you a display, they are selling a data harvesting machine. Every time you scroll through your LG WebOS or Samsung Tizen menu, your viewing habits, your physical location, and even the devices on your network are being packaged and sold. This is why those TVs get slow. This is why the menus are cluttered with ads for things you never asked for. The Apple TV 4K is the only major player that treats you like a customer, not a product. But privacy is just the surface. Let's talk about the hardware for a second, because this is where the gap becomes a canyon. While the latest flagship streaming sticks are struggling with 2 GB of RAM and processors that belong in a 2018 budget phone, Apple has dropped a literal beast into your living room. With the A18 Pro Silicon now making its way into the ecosystem, we are looking at a device that has more raw computing power than the laptop I used in college. Why does a streaming box need that much power? Is it just to open Netflix faster? No. It's for the things you don't see. It's for the frame rate matching that prevents that annoying stutter during slow camera pans. It's for computational audio that can remap a stereo signal into a spatial environment in real time. If you've ever noticed that a movie looks better at the cinema than it does on your $2,000 OLED at home, it's likely because your settings are wrong. But here is the secret. You don't need a professional calibrator. Most people overlook the color balance feature. You take your iPhone, you point the camera at the TV, and Apple uses the advanced light sensors in the phone to talk to the Apple TV. It measures the color inaccuracies of your specific panel and creates a custom LUT, a lookup table, that corrects your TV's output. It's the difference between seeing a movie and seeing what the director actually saw in the editing suite. But there's a darker side to the streaming world that nobody wants to talk about: bitrate. You see that 4K badge on Netflix? That's a marketing trick. 4K is just a resolution, a measurement of pixels. It says nothing about the quality of those pixels. A 4K stream on a cheap dongle is often compressed until the shadows look like blocks of gray soup. The Apple TV 4K uses a massive internal buffer and high bandwidth processing to ensure that you are getting the absolute maximum bitrate the server allows. If you compare a scene from Dune on a built-in TV app versus the Apple TV 4K, the difference in the grain and the shadow detail is staggering. It's like taking a veil off the screen. And then, there's the remote. The Siri Remote is a polarizing piece of tech, but once you master the jog wheel gesture, that circular motion on the touch surface, you realize that every other remote on Earth is primitive. But the remote isn't just for clicking. In 2026, the integration with Find My has become a lifesaver. We've all been there,